Ladies and gentlemen, probably gentlemen, welcome along to a Bearded Quail video. In front of me you will see Blood Bowl, the latest edition. This was a birthday present to me from Sister Superior. Blood Bowl is one of my favourite Games Workshop games. I got the 3rd edition in 1994. I've since gone on to get the 1st and 2nd edition in the UK as well. I was drooling over this for quite some time but could never quite justify it. But then Sister Superior put me out of my misery and got it for Christmas. So, Christmas, birthday, you know what I mean. It's all the same thing. It's Georgemas. Let's open this bad boy up and see exactly what's inside. Okay, so we've got a lot of plastic in here. Here we have the range rulers and the scatter templates. In 3rd edition Blood Bowl, these were clear, sort of transparent plastic items, but these are now, as you can see, solid hard plastic. Would also be paintable if you were that way inclined. We have 2 teams, humans and orcs. So each of them comes with 6 linemen, 2 throwers, 2 blitzers. The humans have 2 catchers. The orcs have 2 black orc blitzers. The pieces are slightly larger than the previous Blood Bowl figures. They have larger 32, 35mm bases rather than the standard 28mm. So not cosmically different, but a little bit chunkier. Now, the next item we come to is the dice. The best thing about Blood Bowl is the dice. As well as mundane 6-sided dice, we have D16s. Your team can have up to 16 players. This is quite a common fan addition to games. Rather than using counters, they would roll a D16. GW have figured that out. We've also got the Blood Bowl block dice. Again, if you're familiar with the 3rd edition of the game, the rules haven't drastically changed. The dice include results that show a little explosion for showing the defender goes down, a little arrow for showing that the defender is pushed back, and a skull for attacker down. Some other ones, but we'll skim them. The stronger you are, the more dice you roll, and you get to choose your preferred option. On the one hand, that means that anyone can luck out and win. Also means anyone can luck out, and every so often a halfling can take down a minotaur because the minotaur rolled 3 attackers down. Oh, and there's an 8-sided dice, but what's an 8-sided dice with your friends? We've got a big, giant advert, basically. Well, I suppose it's like a little sort of postery thing as well. We've got our copy of the official rules, again, not drastically different from previous editions of the rules, but presented in a much prettier way. Now, these are the dugouts, but these are a little different from previous editions. That's the generic looking dugout where you track which turn you're on, how many rerolls you have, how many points you've scored. But on the other side, we have an orc-specific wah sort of dugout. And the same thing is going on with the board, because the board, again, has been made double-sided. So, if I bust this bad boy open, you will see that there is a sort of rough and ready orky side, and also a more traditional human side. I believe the plan is that future supplements you'll see specific ones, a dwarf pitch, and a goblin pitch, an elf pitch, etc. Again, something the fan community were doing themselves, and GW figured was a good thing to get onto. There's an advert for the Blood Bowl, not just an advert, it's money off the Blood Bowl computer game. And items for download. Okay, not your audience. There's a sheet of transfers for both the orcs and the human teams that come with the game. Various numbers, various team insignia. They're presented in both black and white, depending on how you paint them. Now, this is an item I'm very interested in. It's a deck of cards. When 3rd edition first came out, it came with a deck of special play cards. Well, sorry, the supplement, Death Zone did. And special play cards were a sort of randomising feature. Those were taken out of the game because it was released as a sort of online only thing and it wasn't practical, but they're back in now. So we have here a deck of cards, miscellaneous mayhem and random events. You deal them out at the start and they include extra little variations to the rules that can mess things up. So here's one, kid gloves. One player has to go easy this game to avoid the referee getting on him. So for the rest of the game, that player can't foul. Another one here is hometown fans. The fans are going to be helpful, so you can choose direction the ball throws in from the side rather than randomised because they're trying to assist. There's also cards for all the player types that come with the game. So here is the human and orc linemen. Just sums up their game stats as well as showing a pretty picture of the figures. A little easier for beginners rather than having to peruse through a guidebook. They can just get those decks down. And finally, knowing nerds and their OCD tendencies, it comes with 2 empty plastic bags, little sealable bags for you to keep your figures and dice together. Now, one last little observation. I mentioned the bases were larger. That also means the board is physically larger. However, in game terms, it's not. It's the exact same number of squares on either side, but those squares are marginally larger. So you could still use your older Blood Bowl figures on the new game, and it wouldn't really matter. They'll look maybe slightly smaller, again, because the scale's got a little bigger, but it wouldn't be a big problem. But it may actually help, because in the previous edition of Blood Bowl, fitting your ogres and your minotaurs onto a square was misery sometimes if they was all clustered around, whereas here it's a little bit more breathing room. Well, that, ladies and gentlemen, is a quick analysis of what's in Blood Bowl. Initial observations, it's very pretty. The underground material is always very pretty. I do like the multi-sided stuff, and I'm hoping we'll see again more team-specific boards and dugouts, in particular for teams that I'm fond of, like Chaos Dwarfs and Amazons. And the figures, obviously the plastic figures are monopose, but again, very pretty, very modern GW. Yes, they're maybe a little bit extreme and spiky and 1980s album cover at points, but they're very characterful, very expressive, and I've painted a human Blood Bowl team, but I've never painted an orc team, so oh god, it's another thing for the to-do pile.